Welcome to episode 2 of the BPG podcast. I am joined today by two of my friends. You have Space Sex, also known as Michael.
Oh.
And we have Saints is Slaying, also known as Tom. Tom! So, yeah.
Howdy ho.
Fortnite, guys. Fortnite. How do we feel about Fortnite?
God, you invite me to one episode and it's going to be about fucking Fortnite.
Look, it's the only game we all play. Okay.
I played it for a month or two.
So what? Why? Why haven't you played it for a month or two?
Too busy.
Too busy.
Yeah.
I guess that's good enough.
Right, so lads, thanks for watching this podcast. I've been BenPlaysGames.
Nah. It's just shit.
I know, but you play it on Roblox.
Wait, I don't even play it on Roblox, I just out for a laugh. But...
See, that's the thing with me. Like, as soon as COD came out, I ditched it.
But then we've been back, I was going to say.
A month and a half.
Everyone's too good.
I got pissed off and never played again. But then, when I got bored of COD, it felt amazing to me.
Yeah.
Everyone's too good at the game.
See,
so
I thought that
the skill gap has got so much bigger.
it has,
Exactly.
but if you play it for like, I don't know, a month, it's easy again. Like
I don't have enough time to like flash it though. The only time I get is past 10 o'clock every night, and I can only play it for an hour and a half anyway.
The thing is, I class myself as an OG. Like, I've played since like the first week of release. I don't know, I was watching it change so much. Like, I remember, I look back thinking I'd be a god now because I was simply one.
Yeah, it's right. I mean, I think I started playing about 3 weeks after release.
Like, I had screenshots on my Xbox. I used to get like, I think it's like 15 to 20 kill gameplays.
But you didn't record them, mate. They'd be worth something to people these days. Like, people are always looking for OG gameplay. Yeah, they are. People who make like lists and...
So have you not seen the compilation of
yeah.
Like, nostalgia of Fortnite?
Nostalgia, it's been out for a year.
That's what I'm saying. It feels like that game has been out so long, yet it's only been out for like a year and a half, maybe 2 years. 2 years this September, which is actually mad. That's actually mad though.
It's not nostalgia, is it?
I mean, it broke records in like the first 3 months it was out. It's actually.
You got to think about how good like as much as impacted. Like, it's not a game like what broke records like Overwatch. Like, Overwatch is like a top-selling game for its time it came out.
Honestly, I love the fact that Overwatch. Yeah. I love the fact that game's still relevant. Overwatch, honestly.
Well,
if what's called could sell, it would be, I'd say, top 3 easily.
Fortnite, you really reckon? You reckon?
Top 3 easily.
I don't think it would. I think the big part about its success is down to it's being free.
To play.
Yeah.
No, because PUBG sold 50 million.
See, when someone said that to me, that was mad.
Release date.
Believe it at first.
December 20th, 2017, and it sold 50 million.
Wait, PUBG released after Fortnite?
It's probably no, it didn't. It used to be like a beta, didn't it?
Oh yeah.
Alpha.
That's understandable. Michael, who's like running up your stairs?
I was just walking back to my mic.
Oh, okay. But yeah, I know. I do put most of Fortnite's success probably down to it being free to play, bro. Honestly, it gives kids access to it without having to ask their parents, "Oh, mum, can I buy this $50 game, £50 game?" It's just.
Mum, can you buy me this 20 quid skin?
Well, yeah, exactly that. I guess that feeds into it, but the fact that the base game is free is it's not. That the battle royale is obviously a separate spin-off game.
Well, no, I'll say if the battle royale cost £50 like a standard price game.
Yeah, it wouldn't have. I don't think it.
Yeah, no one. Well, I didn't anyway. I've never heard of Fortnite before.
I wouldn't say 50 quid. Then, I'd put it around PUBG. I think PUBG is like 20.
25, something like that. Yeah.
Right, even 25. And then because it was free and like it's a new game no one's ever heard of, everyone tried it out and tested it, but no one's going to pay £20 to test something that they'd never heard. So
Well,
I
guess.
would have.
I didn't hear of it until like when it blew up out of nowhere. That's the first time I heard about it. And that's when I started playing it.
I saw a trailer for it.
Much was because it was a console battle
Yeah,
royale.
yeah,
It was one of
that
the
played a
first.
huge part in
It
it.
was one of the
What
first.
do you mean?
It was one of the first to be on console.
I guess.
Because you had all these games like DayZ, H1Z1,
Yeah,
PUBG,
yeah.
and they was all PC exclusive.
Then Fortnite comes out of nowhere.
Like-
Hey, we've got PS4, Xbox, and PC. Come play us.
Like people was begging for like a battle royale console.
I don't know. Battle Royale's not.
That's the thing. Like,
favourite.
I mean, I don't know if you guys know, Blackout is free. Starting this Thursday, I
Yeah.
think. That
But to me, would it be free to me?
Yeah, you can download it, Marshall, soon. It's only for like 2 weeks, I think, or maybe even a week. But
What's the point of that?
to like you said, to test the game before you
Yeah,
buy
I
it.
guess.
But I think that could play a big role in a switch of Battle Royale, possibly, if people take to it. As in, like, they'll play Blackout for the 2 weeks that it's out. Obviously, I don't know if anyone watching isn't familiar. Blackout is Black Ops 4's Battle Royale. They're releasing that for free for 2 weeks. I honestly think that could play a big turn in Battle Royale on console. Because it's COD, and the fact that they're giving a COD, it's the second one Treyarch have done. Treyarch obviously made Black Ops 3 free on PS4, quite a few months before Black Ops 4's release. Now they're doing it with Blackout. I think honestly, if Blackout was free to play and the base game like multiplayer and zombies you had to pay for, I think that would have been a lot better for them, and I think they would have actually competed with Fortnite that way. Just because, again, it would be free to play Battle Royale.
I don't know. Like, I think just like the general style and like art, like just the art of Fortnite it's more colourful, appealing to younger people.
Well, yeah, that played a big role in TF2.
It's like a Minecraft version, as much as a meme it is. It's like a Minecraft version of battle royale.
I guess, yeah.
To be honest, I think a big part, or the main part, is down to the type of graphics it has.
I can safely
Like a childish
agree with
animation.
that. Yeah, yeah, I like that. It's like that.
But
That
it's
was
also-
why
it's also smooth at the same time.
TF2. That was why TF2 appealed to me back in the day, because it was childish, and I was only like 2012, so I was like 11, and I was immature, and that's why it appealed to me, because of the graphics being so animated compared to realistic.
Fortnite is. Well, I mean, TF2. Fortnite runs a lot better smoother than I'd say than TF2 though.
Well, yeah, because the graphics are better. They're better animated. I'll agree with you on that. But TF2 was made on an old engine from like the 90s, so I mean, I can't really expect much from TF2. Well, yeah, I
really play that game.
See, I did, man. I loved it back in the day. And I honestly think Overwatch was the death of it. Now, if Semi is watching, he will absolutely shit on me in the comments for saying that. But I honestly think Overwatch killed TF2 off. There was just more diversity, more character styles. Overwatch blew up, like Tom said, out of nowhere. And the esports game for Overwatch is insane, because it's like it's a Blizzard game. All of them do, don't they? Like League of Legends. What's the other one? World of Warcraft.
As an esports, it's literally established as a sport. Like there's literally jerseys, like football jerseys.
Well, I don't think TF2 was that big. To be fair, like, the only person who made it big was Tyler, because he spent thousands of hours in it.
Shout out to Tyler, by the way. He's starting his YouTube this week. No, yeah, he may have spent.
You're welcome, Tyler.
No, TF2 was big because it was similar to certain other games that we've seen, like Fortnite, like Minecraft. When it was released, it was something new, and it was free. Again, it was free. When I think that's a similar pattern you see when games are free, they tend to do better in the process through microtransactions. And
if they're any good.
Well, yeah, I guess, like, you know. Well, I can't even think of a bad free.
So I think the free doesn't even matter anymore. Like, I don't think
a bad free to play.
Remember about it.
Do you not think?
Like for Fortnite, like you think, you don't class it. Oh, it's a free to play. It's up there as like a normal game. Like it's not like.
Well, yeah, I guess
given special treatment.
See, whereas like that with Fortnite, with TF2, the players were categorized. Like you'd have players that weren't classed as free to play, players that would have bought cosmetics, bought different weapons, because obviously your weapons on TF2 affect the way you play. Whereas you'd have the free-to-play players who just had the weapons, say, from achievements, such as I don't know if either of you two will even know this. The pyro set, you could get the whole of the pyro vision set from achievements, and it was a really good set. But it would be shit on just because it was free to play, and I didn't agree with it because I loved the set. Yeah, that's fine, mate. I didn't actually buy weapons on TF2. I only used achievement weapons, but I got like shit on for it, and I don't agree with it.
Like another thing.
Oh my God,
Right, sorry.
No, it's fine.
What's it called? Like you say, like people are like paying for the game. You go on Fortnite, you never see a default. Even if there is a default, it's probably fake.
Yeah,
Exactly, it's bad.
That's right. That is.
I'd say literally 80 to 90% of the people what own Fortnite have spent money on it.
Yeah, and I mean, especially on PlayStation. PlayStation give away the free skins, but obviously to have them, you have to have PlayStation Plus, so you've still made a purchase somewhere.
Always a catch.
Yeah,
Like, if they don't buy skins, they buy the battle pass.
Yeah, and if they don't
That's
buy
still
the
money.
battle pass, they'll buy like the pack of V-Bucks that gives you like, I don't know, is it like 600 V-Bucks in a skin for like a
Yeah,
$5?
like the bundles.
Yeah,
You
yeah,
get, like, a skin and some
I low
V-Bucks.
key tend to buy them because it's cheap V-Bucks to get your
Oh,
next battle
I've
pass.
brought all of them.
Yeah, same.
Well, you think it's cheap, but
Well, it's cheaper because you obviously can build your V-Bucks off the battle pass as well. I mean, there's not a battle pass that I haven't owned. I bought season 6s. Tom will remember this. I bought season 6s with about a week to go, and I just I just grinded the challenges. I think I got to about tier 60. But yeah, there's not a battle pass that I haven't bought, and I don't even regret buying the battle passes. I honestly think they're one of the best aspects of the game. Blackout has obviously copied them, but Black Ops 4's Black Market is purely based off a Fortnite Battle Royale battle pass. It's actually mad.
well, I think fair play to Fortnite because they fully take advantage of little kids, which to get money. Which
when you put it like that, it sounds bad, but I can see what you're saying.
Because kids they're retarded. Like if one of their mates says something like, "Oh, you got a shit skin," I'll buy a new one.
Yeah, it's right.
Make yourself look cooler.
It's right. It's like, I mean, I'm not calling any YouTuber out by saying this, but the way YouTubers merch works, I don't know. For context, Jake Paul, right? He releases a new line of t-shirts. His fan base is like, I think he said on average it's 12-year-olds. 12-year-olds will turn to their parents and say, "Mom, look, I want this t-shirt. Dad, look, I want this t-shirt." And their parents will just buy it them, and that's Jake Paul in the money because he's got millions of fans that are like that.
Retards.
No, they're not. They're not retards. I wouldn't say that word, man. They're just, I don't know. They're easy to manipulate, I guess you'd say. Fool. I don't know.
Scam.
Yeah. Scam. Sure, whatever you want to say.
Like be judged, but honestly, I'd do it myself.
Do what?
Like
Take advantage of little kids.
Make the most out of it.
Oh my God. I mean, it's what Fortnite did, like Michael said, and they're how big of a corporation Epic Games are now, and they're literally still doing it to the day. Like, it's not even little kids with Fortnite, is it? Come on, all three of us have bought a skin. Right. All three of us have bought at least one skin.
Exactly, we're all retards.
Even Michael's
tight. I bought one skin.
Very tight with his money, but even he's bought a skin. Like,
bought a skin. Paid.
No, you haven't. You bought two. You bought Nightlight as well, yeah. I remember.
That was with, like, I didn't actually spend any extra money. That's just extra currency that I got that was left over and currency I earned through the various battles. Yeah. But I did the money I've spent. I don't know. I think I might have got 2 battle passes.
You got season 3. I think that's the only one I remember you getting.
How much is that? 2 battle passes. How much is that?
£16.
And then I bought $17.99 worth of whatever.
$17.99.
No, $7.99. Sorry.
Oh, so like £25. I'm not even gonna sit here and work out how much I've spent on the game, like, honestly, because it will depress me. I've easily spent over £150 on the game, easily.
That's bad. It
is bad, but it's the way it works.
And
I'm not, to an extent, because I'm playing the game again. I'm not even regretful. Like, I haven't.
That's a lie.
God,
that's the biggest lie I've ever heard.
What? That I'm not regretful for spending money on Fortnite?
Who wouldn't regret spending over £150 on Fortnite? Come on.
I don't. I honestly don't. I like the skins I've got. I like the battle pass skins I've earned. I like the game. Like I said, if I wasn't playing the game, I'd probably be very annoyed with myself. Totally.
Let's be honest. The only reason you're playing in the game is you don't feel too bad.
What was that? Sorry, mate. You might cut out then.
The only reason you're playing the game again is so you feel like you've got a like you've had a reason to pay.
No. The only reason I'm playing the game, and Tom is gonna shit on me right now. I am still burnt out on Black Ops 4. Okay. I played the game a lot from... Well, it was the only game I actually played. Shut up! No, let me finish. I had played the game. It was the only game I played from the launch of it until a solid mid-November to December.
What was that, Fortnite?
No, Black Ops 4, that is. Since its release to about midway through November. As much as I didn't play as much as Tom, it was the only game I was playing. Whenever I was on PlayStation, I would be playing Black Ops 4 multiplayer. Because zombies is... I'm not even going to go into zombies on Black Ops 4. It's
you wasn't burnt out. Do
yes,
not
I
make me get mad.
No. Burnt out as in...
I grinded the game for a month straight.
Get master. Go on.
Grinded.
Get a 4.6 KD, blah, blah,
I was
blah.
like top 20 in European records.
You were top 10 in UK. Like, I respect you for it.
Was that just like your pastime or...
Like,
That was his life.
Like, he wasn't... I'd say how he says he burnt out when he was nowhere near what me and others did.
What's his Ben
as
talking
in,
about?
like, Otis and stuff.
Yeah. Because even Otis...
What, Ben?
Otis has more player time than me
What?
on his old account.
Oh, yeah. Oh, that makes more sense. Actually. Well, yeah, because he doesn't get to college, does he? You go to college, don't you, obviously?
Like, for example, I have 7 days...
Doesn't sound like you go to college, but... I want to bait you out to your uncle if he watches your videos.
What?
Remember,
you said to me,
Ben had a day off to play COD.
No, yeah, Michael, shut up.
Ben has 2 days playing time.
What? Is that all I've got, really? But I'm saying I'm burnt out, oh no. Is it honestly only 2 days?
No.
I've had like a week.
A week.
Can you check how much I've got on zombies, Tom?
Probably a lot less.
I've got like a month on zombies on Black Ops 3. I love that game.
It's not saying. Time played total.
Mega.
No. You played 47 games, so that's kind of enough.
47 games of what, zombies?
Yeah.
Oh my god.
You call yourself a zombies YouTuber.
Bro, no, don't at me. Don't at me. We did this last podcast.
So we know what Ben's playtime is now. 2 days. I'm gonna go find a picture of when I hit master.
When you hit master, you only had a day.
No, I had a lot more than a day.
No, yeah, you did. You did actually, yeah. But we don't need to talk about that,
see,
Tom.
No, Tom, I want you to find it.
1st November I was 9th. I just hit 9th prestige and I already had more time played than Ben now.
No, shut up! Stop.
3 days and 60 days.
This is a game I'm burnt out on, lads. This is a honestly, I wasn't enjoying the game as much.
When I hit 10th, 4 days played, so double what you have now.
Oh my god. And when I hit master, I had 7 days, a week.
I had 4 days and 8 hours when I hit master, so double what you have now. About 3 months ago.
Oh my god. Nah, honestly, sorry, I'm eating. I will return to Black Ops 4.
What are you eating?
Just a Cadbury's.
Dick.
Oh.
What?
Cadbury's Dairy Milk.
Oh,
Yeah.
you ain't all rich like you, Ben.
Yeah, Ben. How rich are you?
You say that whilst I'm drinking out of a fucking 1 litre bottle of Nestle Pure Life water.
Yeah, how many cans of G Fuel or whatever shit did you buy?
2 tubs, mate. It was buy one, get one free. Code BPG is not a thing. Don't use it.
You wish.
Yep, I do. No. I will return to Black Ops 4. But the thing I have with the game at the minute, and Tom, you will relate to this. No, it's not that I'm shit. It's the fact that there is so many sweats in the game. It is unreal. And honestly,
Wow.
as much as they don't affect you as much, Tom, you've got to admit there is a lot of sweats on that game at the minute. Like a lot of sweats. You struggle to come across a lobby where there's not a sweat in it. Like, it's ridiculous. But
Also, like the same with Fortnite.
See, no, because I find in Fortnite, I'm not going to say I'm really good at the game, but I'm not bad. Like, so I can cope with Fortnite.
But are there or are there not a lot of sweats in?
I would say,
Yes or no?
right, no,
Yes or no?
listen, yes, there is a lot, but I would
There you
say
go.
on percentage, there is more sweats in COD players than there is in Fortnite players. Just because of how much bigger Fortnite is than COD. People don't realise how big Fortnite is.
Yeah,
It's
but
already
Fortnite's free,
got
anyone
more
can play it,
players
so.
than Minecraft has ever had. In the 10 years Minecraft's been a thing. We've all
Minecraft costs
played
£17.
Yes, that's the big. That is the reason that Minecraft was overtaken by Fortnite. But you look at that, Minecraft cost money, and it broke these kind of records before Fortnite existed.
I don't think you can compare those two.
You can no, of course you can.
Get on that Minecraft.
I don't think you can.
Of course you can.
When one costs £20, the other one free. Obviously, the free
Have
one's
you or
gonna
have
get
you
a lot more
not
players.
bought Minecraft
Yes.
on multiple platforms?
Yes.
Exactly. That's what
Yeah.
Minecraft is. It's an encapsulating game. It makes you want to play the game.
Yeah,
It's
what
the
I'm saying
same
is,
thing as
some people
Fortnite.
can't afford it, whereas anyone can afford Fortnite as long as they've got a console.
I can't even afford Minecraft.
Fuck off. You got AirPods?
You've got AirPods. He's probably got them in right now, flexing on the
You
video.
don't no way of money with like your shitty mechanical keyboard like you, Tom.
With my
Oh, here we go.
£200 Astro headset on right now.
Oh,
Alienware keyboard and mouse.
Ugh.
No, is that not as prestige enough for you, Tom?
My keyboard wasn't even expensive, I don't think. It's still
Don't think.
I'll look it up.
oh God.
Jills. Shit. Okay, no, this is just bullying me. No, carry on.
How's it bullying
Yeah.
you? We just want to know how much
Next
you can.
topic.
Okay, my keyboard was
Next.
125.
Next.
125. Fucking hell.
So, how do you guys feel about
Asians.
FIFA 19?
How do you feel that you've paid more for a keyboard than Ben has for his car?
You know what, Michael? Fair play. That was good. That was pretty good.
Don't need to talk to me
It's a
about
fact. It's a fact.
All right. Staying on topic with
Oh, fuck's
Fortnite.
sake.
Last thing on Fortnite, right? I'm gonna give you a question.
Right.
And you've got to vouch for something, and I want you to argue with each other. And I
Do
don't
you
know
mean
if this is
quote
going to
something?
work out. No. To vouch for something, to stick by
What do you
it.
mean?
Stick
Stick
by it.
by a person.
The question
What if we've both
is,
got the same view?
you won't have the same view. 110%.
Right.
What is your
It's a
favourite
setup.
skin on Fortnite and why?
Who gives a shit about this? Is fucking personal
Why?
preference.
Yeah, why?
Can I pick an axe?
Alright.
Can you pick a what?
Can I pick an axe?
What, like a pickaxe?
Yeah.
If you can... If you can vouch for the pickaxe being better than every other skin in Fortnite, every player skin in Fortnite, then go for it. Like, actually go for it. I know what Michael's going to say.
Well, you think you do, but I've got a reason behind a different one.
Okay, go for it then.
Default skin.
And why?
It's free.
Have you saw?
I thought you would have said Bright Bomber or something.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah,
that's
same. That's why I wanted to say Bright Bomb.
That is my. That would be my actual favourite.
If I could buy any skin right now.
Yeah, any skin that's been in the market before and,
Okay,
and has passed.
there was this special skin. What was only available if you brought a graphics card, which is like 300
What?
plus.
What? Really?
Yeah, it was sold by Nvidia.
Oh God, I've never heard of it. This.
I'm gonna put it in the chat.
Um,
In the minivan.
I've got a weird thing.
It's actually pretty good, like bundle as well.
The Galaxy skin's pretty cool.
You literally have to pay over 300 quid to get it.
Oh no, that's my stream.
I bet. Have you got it then, Tom?
No, I don't have a fucking £20 graphics card. There you go, it's in the chat. You got that.
Which
Where's
chat?
that then?
Which chat?
General. I've never seen that before.
Let me see if I can just get it up on OBS.
I've seen it.
It's pretty cool. It looks like an Overwatch.
Yeah, that is really cool actually. It's like a CS:GO guy underneath.
And like you got that for getting it.
Well, if you scroll up a little bit from that thing posted in the chat.
2,000 V-Bucks.
Who made that fucking thumbnail?
What a thumbnail? I'm not looking. I'm not putting that in the video because I should just tell it's something bad. Oh, the thumbnail. Oh, the thumbnail. Semi made that. It's an old render. Okay, don't roast me. I need to take some more. Yo, we just gained a sub. Why have I got my sub count up and why did we just randomly gain a sub? Okay.
One skin I've always liked, like it never got resold. That's why it's more OG. Is the Gore Trooper. Like
the zombie default girl. Yeah.
What about that one?
Noah J rocks that all the time, doesn't he? I love that skin.
What about the one with like the pilot's cap? What's that one called? Like the OG one. Yeah, the one that Ninja or whatever uses.
No,
I don't know. It's like
OG
it's got,
Ninja
like,
used that racer girl, whatever she was called, didn't he?
the girl with like the pilot type hat with the streaks across her face.
Oh, Renegade Raider.
That's the one.
Oh yeah.
She was in the first ever shop.
Yeah.
It's actually a really good skin.
But man,
Yeah,
I wish they
Raider.
still did that. I wish they still released like 6 skins for like low prices. Like the most recent example is the Disco Diva, and I'm not just saying that because I love Fun Cops, right? Shut up. The back bling is the only reason they released that skin. Like, don't even say it any different. They've already got you got Fun Cops, you've got the Disco Diva now, but you already had the Sparkle Specialist from the Season 2 Battle Pass. You didn't need like another female Fun Cops. There's now 2 female Fun Copses. They've literally released it just for the sake of the disco ball on the back, which is cool, and I did buy it, but...
Oh, you scammed again.
Black and I bleed it.
Made that £260 you've spent on the game.
No, the only reason I use that as an example is because it was a blue skin, when like...
Where's the meat? Pull up on your back and I bleed.
You say like Tom's paid more for a keyboard than your car. You've probably paid more for your car.
I've probably paid what?
You probably paid more to Epic Games than you have for your car.
Stop.
It's another example. It's proof you haven't got your priorities straight, babe. You're willing to spend more on Fortnite than your car.
Stop. I'll only spend on my car if it needs repairs and stuff. Like, there's no need to spend money elsewhere on it.
You probably just snick them from your workplace.
Hey, this is going to be like a really... you wouldn't guess this, I'd say, but...
Okay.
The Olympic Slayers.
Skiers.
Yeah.
That was pretty good.
I loved the World Cup skins I did. Just because it was a sport I liked.
I have one of them.
I have one. I have the stalwart sweeper I think I bought. The Ronaldo looking ass, yeah.
I was doing this on the weekend.
Tom, you bought... Which one did you buy, Tom? The blonde-haired girl, wasn't it? The lesbian.
Yeah. It looks like, don't know. Forgot her name.
Which one did you buy, Michael? I know you bought... Oh, yeah, there you go, Michael. There's another skin. You bought the other one.
Actually, yeah. There we go. I spent them there.
Getting manipulated by Epic.
Oh, shit.
Good times.
Unless I might have actually... I don't think I paid... I don't know.
Or you might have just saved V-Bucks up for it, I guess.
Yeah, probably did. I did that a lot.
So, Michael.
What?
Why do you love transit so much? I've waited for half an hour to ask you that. Why is transit the best one? I don't hate transit no more, so I'll probably agree with you on some points. But why do you love transit so much?
Because, well, you know, it's Black Ops 2, isn't it?
It's Black Ops 2, okay. That's a fair point.
No, that's what I was asking the question.
Yeah.
Because I can't remember. What are all the original maps you get, like, from buying the game?
So
like
you got Transit as the main, like, storyline map, and then you had in custom games, you had Town and Farm, which were, like, sections of Transit as
you do have the depot.
Maps. And the bus depot, yeah. Oh my god, they actually offered a lot of content in that game, yo.
Well, they're just sections of the biggest map.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure Transit is the biggest map of all time, statistically. I'm not sure.
Exactly.
Don't quote me on that. Don't quote me.
No, I like Transit because It's I don't know. It's hard to explain. There's a lot more to do, I think, than just running around like shooting zombies and shit.
I can honestly vouch for Transit being fun with 4 or 3 players, but
Exactly.
solo, I hate it. It's one of the worst maps to play
I couldn't
solo.
play it solo. Yeah, I
Like,
agree.
if you want to play solo on Black Ops 2 just on disc with no map, no DLC, play Town. Town is brilliant. Town Survival is superb. It's honestly, it reminded me of Kino when it came out because it was just a basic map. Everything was unlocked already. Get your perks, get your guns, survive. It was brilliant. Whereas
I mean, I
Transit,
all the things you could do.
oh yeah, I mean we had some good times with the electric guy.
Exactly. It's like I don't know. I feel like it's more. I don't know. It's the only ever zombies map really that I've properly liked.
Really liked. I remember you bought Die Rise. Like literally the only DLC. That was a decent map.
It was alright. It was. I don't know. I didn't like it too much. I was very good at it.
Yeah, it was a hard map. After they patched the Liquefy down, it was a really hard map. I'll vouch for that. I need to stop using that word. Tom.
Transit was.
Yeah,
Because
that was like my prime age, like start of secondary school for me.
Yeah.
That would have been. So that was like the best time for me.
I mean,
and then what's called Transit. I remember I always go back and watch throwback stuff. And I remember watching like the Transit Easter egg when you go to like the radio tower.
Oh yeah.
I just found that really fascinating.
To be honest,
back then it was really impressive.
It still is to this day. The nav card system in the Transit storyline is brilliant. The fact that you've always got one of the 3 nav cards on you, like if you you accidentally pick the Transit one up, I'm pretty sure like it just appears. But you can obviously complete the Die Rise Easter egg and you can complete the Buried Easter egg to get different nav cards. And I think that's still to this day one of the best Easter eggs. Like it's essentially a super Easter egg.
It's still a mystery,
which we've never seen again.
Like no one knows.
It was Jimmy Zielinski's last maps that he made for Treyarch before Jason Blundell took over, and he definitely went out with a bang. Yeah, it was a good time.
Like no one's like, I remember when it was still a trend and like everyone used to be like a glitch in theatre to unfog the outside of the map.
Yeah.
And you'd find like there's like cottages.
Yeah, I remember the one cottage that had the berry knife in it, didn't it?
Really weird.
I mean, the one bad thing about Transit, come on, we've got to agree.
The fucking little shit.
No, that's one of the best things about it.
The jet gun. The jet gun.
No, them little things just piss me off so much.
Dude, I hate the jet gun so much. Nah.
Those little things were great.
The denizens were... Nah, Michael, shut up, come on. The denizens were annoying as fuck.
Yeah, I know, but they made it something to watch out for.
I think, right, Transit would have been like up in the top 10 maps of all time if there was no fog. Honestly.
Nah, you gotta have a fog, man. It's more.
That's what kind of made the map. If it wasn't foggy, it would kind of.
I saw a Black Ops 3 remake of the whole map. Obviously no Easter egg involved, but all the same perks and stuff, and it had no fog. Everything else was the same, just no fog. And honestly, I thought it was brilliant. Just because you could see where you were going, like running from the power to town to do the pack-a-punch step.
That's like an exciting thing, though.
See, I remember, like low-key, I was always the one who was made to do that. I don't know why.
Trying to survive.
And I just remember, I wish the Bowie knife was easier to find just because of the denizens. Because you've either got a denizen on your face or like 4 zombies slapping you in the fog. You're never alone in the fog. And I find that, I mean, yeah, it was fun. But at the same time, it was yeah. Another thing with Transit, the bank system, I think that broke the game. Honestly,
it was like, wasn't it like one of the first concepts of it?
Yeah, no, it was. It was the very first. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah. And we're still like learning how to like, because we didn't know that you could give money straight away, did we?
No. When you
have to shock it.
Yeah.
You have to use the knuckle duster things.
I found that out on a Syndicate stream. I was watching Syndicate stream with like 3 of his subs, and his sub needed jug, so he just like took 3 grand out of his bank and just punched the thing and gave it him. I was like, I didn't know that existed. But no, I don't know. The bank, I felt it was broken, and especially on Buried, because on Buried you could get to the bank on round 1, take out like 50k, get all your perks, get all your weapons, pack a punch and everything by the end of round 1, and I just felt that was a bit too broken.
But then you can argue that people played more to get advantage, so it made people play at the end of the day anyway.
Well, yeah, I'm not saying it was the worst feature. There's a lot more worse features in all 3 maps. Like Buried, I find too easy. Die-Rise, they shouldn't have patched the Sliquifier. I like the broken Sliquifier. After that, it was pretty hard. Oh my god, I'm trying to remember the strategy that I used to do with my friends, because there was always 4 of us in the game, and we'd honestly get to like round 40, 50, and we'd be impressed with ourselves. But I can't remember how we did it. I'm pretty sure we camped on the roof. We'd have one person watching the window behind, and then we'd have like 3 people with trample steams and was it AN94 set up? And it was just bang,
used to be
man. It was good. It was good.
There used to be like a spawn trap. You know, there used to be like a church thing. No, not a church. There's one with like a box in. You know, you had the church with that scavenger pack thing.
Yeah.
You had that, and then you had the one before that.
Oh yeah, I remember. The courthouse where Speed Cola was. I'm pretty sure.
And there's a tunnel connection at the top.
Yeah,
like a dead
Speed
end.
Cola, yeah.
And there was 2 there.
I remember
and
that.
if you stood in them, they would only spawn there.
I mean, I personally think Buried was way too easy of a map. The Wonder Weapon was... Yeah, I know you didn't like it.
I loved it.
I enjoyed it, but I found it way too easy. Even with the 2-hit system. Honestly, if Buried was on Black Ops 3, I would fully believe that my sister could get to round 100 on it. Like, it was that easy of a map. And with Black Ops 3's 3-hit system, I find it would have been, like, even easier. Like I said, to the point that my sister would be able to get to round 100 on it, and that'd just be silly. But no, honestly, the best map on Black Ops 2... I don't know if you two will agree with me on this. No, Origins.
Never played it.
It's got to be Origins.
Never played it.
It pushed the boundaries. Like everyone.
What is it?
It's the map with the 4 staffs. You've probably seen me streaming it at some point.
Big robots that walk around.
Yeah, 3 big robots that stomp across the battlefield of, like, was it World War One, the Great War? Yeah. It's really good, and it pushed the boundaries of last gen to the like maximum limit. Like, to this day, everyone still says Origins should have been on Black Ops 3. It should have been on PS4, not PS3, and Xbox 360. But yeah, I think that was a good way to end the game. Honestly, I find that you can't really fault Origins for much, and it obviously set. I mean, Michael, you wouldn't know. It set the storyline for Black Ops 3, which is the best game for zombies ever.
Was that when the ending was like 2 kids and Maxis?
Yeah, Sam
and everyone thought
Sam
it was
and
Samantha.
Yeah, it was Sam. It was Sam.
And everyone was like, "Oh shit, is that the end of zombies?" That's what everyone's first like initial.
And then boom, out of nowhere, Shadows of Evil. Oh my god, what a map! Oh, I love Shadows. Michael, you played Shadows, didn't you? Black Ops 3's on the disc.
Maybe once.
I'm sure I played with you a few times, mate. It's got to be more than once.
Twice, max.
Oh, it's good.
Because there's too much like things to do. Like I just want to like just point, aim, and shoot.
So I find Black Ops 3 was
the opposite of that. I like being able to do something.
See, yeah, same. That's the kind of zombie player I am. I like.
Can't be asked to like learn.
Like building stuff, like building the shield. I remember Transit, as much as it's hated, loved, whatever. It introduced the shield, and the shield is like at this point it's a necessity for high round attempts on even Black Ops 4 zombies. It's still a necessity. I mean, it's even more of one on Black Ops 4 because there's no Juggernog. As much as it's a 4-hit system, there's no Juggernog on that game, so you need a shield protecting you from the back at all times. And they've even made a perk around it now, Victoria's Tortoise, which is like, or as Semi would say, Victoria's Tortoise, that allows.
What's a tortoise?
It's how Semi pronounced tortoise.
Where's it come from?
The Netherlands. He's not. Yeah. But now that perk allows your shield to protect you from all angles. If you use it correct, it's insane. No, I've got one last question. We're 38 minutes in, so but this is one that we will discuss for a while. What is your two's personal favourite multiplayer in Call of Duty history?
In Call of Duty?
Yeah.
Black Ops 2.
Black Ops 2,
The
okay.
thing is, I can vouch that I'm the most like dedicated multiplayer fan here.
Yeah, sure. Yeah, I'll allow it. You got more hours
Easy.
than me. Yeah, go for it.
My prime age was in the older ones as well, so I just grown up.
So what would you say is?
Because I I know it's like it's memed on now, but it literally was
Modern
one of the
Warfare
biggest
2?
things around. Modern Warfare 2 trick shotting and sniping. When you go back,
You know,
yeah, when
yeah,
you go
yeah, you
back
know, yeah,
and
yeah,
you
yeah, yeah,
realize how
yeah.
big it was at
It
the
was,
time,
it was.
and how much it blew up on YouTube.
It
Never
changed
played
YouTube
that.
gaming. I
Like,
would say Modern Warfare 2
look at
is the first
FaZe.
one that like blew out of the water. I mean, even to say a thing, PewDiePie didn't even start on that. He started on Black Ops 1,
Black Ops 1.
whereas like
Never played
MW2 was
MW2.
before it. And I feel like he brought a lot of attention to Call of Duty, but people would then go back and watch Modern Warfare 2 over Black Ops 1 because it was a better game. I think anyway.
Black Ops 1 was a boring game for multiplayer, but it was good
I
to
liked the
play.
cash
It was not.
system on it.
Oh, I quite
I
liked it. To be
really
fair.
like the cash system on Black Ops 1. I wish they'd bring that back.
It was amazing to
I
play.
liked it.
It's just not a game to watch.
Yeah.
No, I guess.
My personal favourite was Modern Warfare 3. And now, Tom, a fan like you of Modern Warfare 2 would probably say Modern Warfare 3 ripped Modern Warfare 2. Like, 98% of the code's probably the same, blah, blah, blah. But Modern Warfare 3 means something to me because it was my first COD on console. And I was so bad at it, it was unreal. But I loved it. I just loved it for what it was. Dome, Terminal
So-
Remastered. I just love the map so much. I love the game
Like,
so much.
Defending my trick shot thing again. Like, it wasn't even trick shot to start with when FaZe made like their thing called Ill Cams. Like, they started in 2010, and their first episode has over 1.2 million views.
At the time,
Like, you gotta
that's
remember how
insane,
big
yeah.
this was at the time.
Yeah,
It was
yeah, yeah.
insane.
Of course. I mean,
And then you got that Logic guy.
yes.
They literally FaZe made him. Like, they gave him the publicity back in the day.
Mm.
Like, he used to partner with them for like videos.
Yeah.
And he used to wear like their stuff in the music videos and stuff. It's weird.
I mean, I'd say FaZe, as a little subtopic real quick, FaZe have revolutionised gaming just because of the Modern Warfare 2 era. Like,
Can't give an opinion.
them and PewDiePie combined, I know I keep saying him, I'm sorry, but you can't like deny his influence on gaming on YouTube. Obviously he was the first to use a face cam whilst playing games, whatever. Their influence combined, I think, makes what YouTube gaming is today. And I don't feel that YouTube gaming, I mean, it would exist, but I don't think it'd be what it is today without
It's all
those
over
two,
the place.
like the corporation of FaZe and Pewd.
Never ever watch anything about them.
Which, sorry, FaZe.
Yeah.
I mean, fair enough, I guess.
They're not really as.
But you've
they're
heard of
not
them,
really-
Michael. That's the thing. You've heard of them.
I've heard of them.
Exactly. And
I've heard of a lot
they're
of
a
things.
gaming corporation, and you've
They're-
heard of them.
Their prime in YouTube was years ago, though.
Would
Or
you
they're
say?
not as in their prime in YouTube was ages ago.
Honestly, you reckon?
Yeah, like all of them blown up. Like,
mean-
you have people like all the people that live in the car. I'll say all did
like
their
Banks and
videos
that, yeah.
individually.
Mm.
Like Adapt, he has 5 mil. FaZe Rain, he has like 5 mil.
How much has
FaZe
Banks
Rogue,
got now?
I'd say a couple mil. Banks has 4.7 mil. FaZe Rogue, he has like 10 mil.
Mm.
And they all started from trick shotting, literally.
Yeah, yeah.
Like, FaZe Rogue has 11 million subs. Like,
But
what?
the thing with FaZe, they're still relevant to the day. You know why?
'Cause they're
Prime
adaptive.
example. Look
It's
at
in boxing
Tfue.
fights.
Tfue this week overtook Ninja in Twitch subs.
Yeah.
That is huge. Like,
You're better at the game, really.
When
yeah,
it comes
it's not
to
the
Twitch,
point,
it's not really for that
yeah.
point.
Twitch is for entertainment, and I would say Ninja is more entertaining. I've been
Yeah, he
watching
just sits
Ninja
there in his
recently.
room. Tfue.
And I've actually regained a lot of respect for Ninja. Like he's more like his old self. He gets salty when he dies. He doesn't hide it. Like, and I like that.
I don't really watch anything, to be honest.
But yeah, even though I mean that's a thing. I question how that's happened because Ninja has like 13 million followers on Twitch, whereas Tfue, I say only comparing it to Ninja, has only got 4.4 million. Yet he's got more subs.
He's born anyway.
No, it's
Tfue.
because your subs ain't consistent. Like,
Yeah,
a
I
lot
guess
of
all the trips don't help, do they? Him going
no,
out on trips and
a
stuff.
lot of people have complained. Well, not complained. Just like said, like it's irrelevant because
He
like,
makes so much money and stuff. I was on
when-
about that earlier when I was
when
watching.
Ninja he had all this publicity, he was barely home. And when he hit 2,000 200,000 subs at once.
Yeah.
He lost about 50,000 just
Yeah,
for
yeah,
being
yeah.
on for like a day.
Mhm.
Like 50,000.
Which is like what?
And I don't
250.
think
That's
I
like
don't think
$125,000 a month that he
I don't think the,
lost. That's
I don't
insane
think the
amount of
Twitch
money.
Prime helps either. I think that
Yeah, we'll look at him now.
people probably use a trial and then it goes.
Do you not think Twitch Prime helps?
Yeah, it helps, but like it
I was gonna
makes
say
it less
I've always
consistent because
said
they go as well.
I wish YouTube did a partnership program with some big corporation that everyone's got. Because
But
let's be
it's not
honest.
really a partnership because Amazon own it now.
Well,
Amazon owns.
yeah, you know what I mean. Though, like, I wish YouTube did something similar. We're able to do something similar because I feel Twitch creators. It's like yourself, Tom. Let's say you hit 50 followers in like 3 weeks. You can then start accepting like Twitch Prime subs, which doesn't actually cost people a penny if they've got Amazon Prime, and it's
But gives me money.
2019, and a lot of people have Amazon Prime, and yeah, it gives you money and it's not costing them an extra penny. Whereas say on YouTube, like me, I shout out to both the sponsors I do have, External Wave and Daniel. That costs them £5 and €5 a month respectively, and I don't like that. I wish that they didn't cost them money to help me and support me, but I don't know. I guess that's the way it is.
They'll have to put some money in somewhere.
Well, yeah, but that's the thing. Amazon Prime with Twitch Prime, you pay for your Amazon Prime, but then you get this Twitch Prime subscription to your favourite creator or whatever that's worth £5 on its own.
It's a hidden cost. Still.
Kind of, but if you're already paying Prime, you don't have to pay a single penny more for Twitch Prime because it's included in the package. And Amazon Prime for £8 a month, I think it's a brilliant price. Like, it offers so much. Amazon Prime does. Like, you've got obviously
free delivery,
next day delivery instead of waiting like 2 weeks. You've got
it's free, like 2 to 3 working days.
I vouch for it because I love it. The Grand Tour, that's a thing you get included, and that's a superb series. Like, if you haven't watched that, honestly watch it. Then again, like I say, you get Twitch Prime. With Twitch Prime, you can actually get free games every month. It's similar to PlayStation. I didn't even realise until like a few weeks ago. You can actually get like a games bundle each month with Twitch Prime, similar to PlayStation. I think that's mad. Obviously, they're for PC, and if you haven't got a PC, it's one of them. But yeah, I find it impressive that you get all this included in Amazon Prime for literally £8.
I think Amazon's like whoever, I forgot his name, but whoever owns Amazon, like whoever invests and stuff, they're the smartest people ever. Like they've invested in everything.
Yeah.
Well, lucky.
They're literally going to take over. They've literally invested in everything smart.
Yeah, they have.
Like even before Twitch was blown up as much, they invested years ago. I think it was like 2-3 years ago they brought it.
Yeah.
But
Amazon are at the state though now where I'm sure they're like in the top 5 companies in the world. They've got to be anyway, even if they're not.
They're the
they've got to be
richest.
close. Oh, are they?
It's a risk anyway.
I thought
it's a risk. Investing in anything's a risk.
I thought Apple was the
Amazon
richest.
and Apple's and Amazon are in company to hit $1 trillion.
Oh wow. I know Google are very close as well.
I'm pretty sure
I wouldn't say that to like a lot of people though. It's being investing and
what
get
did you say?
people.
Sorry, Michael. Your mic's a bit like sorry.
I'm saying telling people like investing in stuff is smart isn't the best option. Most of the time, it's not smart. And
see, I know that. Yeah, like you said, they got lucky where they've invested, but they knew what they were doing.
Well, it's probability.
No, because they've invested in every field possible, and they've dominated in every single one.
Yeah.
Like they've dominated in their investments.
Well, yeah, but a lot of people try it and come off on the worst end.
I mean,
I'm just like congratulating Amazon for doing it well.
Yeah,
they've never really messed up.
It's right.
Yes.
And they've kept like going and going and going. Like they're not falling down. They're still getting bigger by the day.
It's something similar. In a way, it's similar to. I don't know, Tom.
Like,
you'll understand what I'm saying.
Tom. The world now.
I don't think
Bitcoin.
Michael will.
About Bitcoin.
No, not Bitcoin. Not that was a meme. That was. Come on.
Bitcoin. Piece of shit.
If you were a YouTuber between 2016 and 2017 and you invested at the right time, you made millions on Bitcoin. Like, it's actually silly. But anyway, that's not what I was going to say. That's not what I was going to say. I was going to say, you look at the local football clubs around our area, right? I've disclosed that I live in the West Midlands. That's public already, right? Listen. 49 minutes, okay. So you have Wolverhampton Wanderers. You have Aston Villa. You have
Can't wait to invest
Birmingham
in
City.
1
No,
mil
listen.
in Wolverhampton Wanderers
You have Birmingham
to get
City and you have
relegated.
West Bromwich Albion, right?
Bro, shut the fuck up. Don't talk shit.
All four are owned by Chinese billionaires, right?
Yeah. Okay.
A lot of people would look at that and say, why on earth are Chinese billionaires investing in football clubs? And I'm going to say it, even about my own team, smaller football clubs. They're not up there in the top 6 in the Premier League. Wolves have been pushed to the Premier League by the investment. Villa are on their way. West Brom are on their way. Even Birmingham are on their way.
Okay, I'll defend Villa.
Well, it's saying that's quite smart, but like,
Villa.
I've got carry on, son.
As much as we're like bottom, our attendance and like standards are still as good as the Premier League.
See, that's the thing. That's what I was going to get on to.
We sell the same. We sell the same as Stamford Bridge.
People saying that is a silly investment are silly because you think of all the money that the club.
It's one of the easiest like investments ever.
If you're rich enough, of course it is, because
the amount of money you get off just from break time is ridiculous.
Yeah, you're selling shirts. You're selling advertisements within the stadium. You're selling tickets every week. You're selling.
Young people who wear those shirts
even to the point of burgers and drinks in the stands.
Cans of cider.
No, a pie is like £3.
Yeah.
They sell out instantly at football games.
Yeah,
Imagine how much money they stuff at.
Other thing about the Chinese,
their pies were probably worth
like
20p each.
Michael,
like in
honestly, watch what you
bundles.
say.
No, it's not going to be racist. It's not racist at all. It's just facts.
No, like the people work there as well. The people work at these football grounds
They're making smart moves.
are probably smaller than minimum wage, like lower than minimum wage, or
You
the actual
reckon?
workers.
Speaking about minimum
Yeah,
wage,
just like black people and like Muslims from the area, you can tell they're desperate for a job. Like half the people work there, you know.
Speaking of desperate for a job,
that's like part-time minimum wage. That's another benefit as well.
well, you know what? I don't know if you know, but the bloke who invented Dyson Hoovers.
No, but go on.
Well, anyway,
I know he's very rich. He's very rich at this point.
Yeah,
It's a good invention.
so if he was this factory's making Hoovers, you'd expect at least minimum wage.
No.
Well, what would you expect left? Okay, what would you expect?
No. There's a lot of
Just go with my
controversy.
example, fucking
There's a
hell.
lot of controversy surrounding like things that are made in different countries because their minimum wage. Listen, their minimum wage isn't the same as the UK's. That's the thing. Some countries don't even have a minimum wage.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So what he did, he fucks off all his factories over here, makes a load of factories in China, gets like twice the amount of Chinese workers to work for a fraction of the
money.
price.
Yeah.
Not even half. They're paying 50p an hour instead of paying an English white man £7.50 an hour.
It's not even an English white mate. It's anyone in this country meets the minimum wage requirement, don't they? Like if you're working,
but
you
what I'm
meet
saying
minimum
is
wage requirements.
Back to the Amazon owner.
Yeah.
You gotta think about his age. I just found out.
He's young, isn't he? I'm pretty sure he's young.
He's younger compared to the rest. But
like Bill Gates is like in his 70s, isn't he now? Or 60s, late 60s,
like
70s.
He's the richest billionaire in the world by a big margin now.
Wait, how much is he worth?
He's the first person to hit 100 billion.
Really?
He's worth 112 billion.
Yeah, well, it gets to the point where what can you even do with that?
Well, see,
what can you even do with that much
that's
amount of
why
money?
I respect Bill Gates because of what he's already written in his will. The fact that 99% of his like wealth goes to charity and only 1%
Do you know what pisses me
goes
off?
to
You know
his
what pisses me
family.
off about you saying that?
What?
Why does he have to be after he dies? Why can't he do it now?
Well, because
Yes.
he's building it. I was gonna say he does donate like millions a year to charities, but he's building it now for the sake of. But you think by the time Bill Gates dies, he will probably be worth over 100 billion, easy. So his family are still gonna get $1 billion.
Don't give a shit about his family. It's
like that's an insane amount of money. And then 99 million. Let's say it was 100 billion when he died. $99 billion to charity.
Where's it going
I'm
to?
sorry,
What
right?
charity?
Well, I don't know. There's probably some complication to do with that. There's probably like loads of charities on the list. The way I look at that, we should definitely find some cures for diseases. We should definitely stop some we should definitely prevent. No, we should definitely prevent certain diseases spreading should we say?
No, you can't just prevent a disease from spreading.
Well, no, but you can invest in methods and research on how to prevent it. Like I read an article today.
It's not doing anything. Otherwise, I wouldn't keep
It's a bit
doing
random.
that, asking you for the money.
There's a thing now. There's a thing. Literally, I read an article on it today. I saw someone share it on Twitter about HIV. Apparently, there's now been found a medication that can fully nullify the effect of HIV and stop the spread. It'll still leave the infection in the infected person, but it won't spread to other people, and it won't affect the person like who has it. And I don't know, that came out of nowhere. Like where has that came out of?
Well, I don't know, but like, you know, those WaterAid adverts piss me off. I mean, it's not like in a racial sense, because that's what you're gonna say. But they're staged as fuck. Come on.
Of course
you know what I mean?
They're not gonna go over to actual starving, parched children and say we're gonna record you and get you some money. Like, no, that's wrong.
No, but like, as in they're over exaggerating to shit. Like they're just like a load of crying babies and everything. I'm not saying
God, they're not over exaggerating, Michael, because there's a massive crisis in Africa for water.
You pretend to be very, very first. Yeah, we'll give you some money. Oh yeah.
No, because they, like you just said, they're paid actors. Normally, at the end of those adverts, it says at the bottom of the screen, these were paid actors, not real, actual suffering people.
Well, I've never seen that before.
Honestly, you go look up some trick commercials after we finish recording. Anyway, right.
Back on the.
Yeah, let's finish on the Amazon guy.
Since the 6th month of 2018 to now, he's earned 27 more billion.
Oh my god, that's insane.
And in 2013, he brought the newspaper, like the right step newspaper, Washington.
So you can just do whatever he wants when you got that much money.
Like, he's literally just bought a fucking newspaper.
Could buy anything, couldn't he? Really? It's fucking piss take.
Richest man in the world.
Well,
like
anyway.
They have that supermarket as well.
That's alright, we're about to hit an hour. I don't want it to hit an hour, that's all.
Like, they have that Amazon supermarket.
What's that?
I didn't even know that existed.
You literally...
It's fucking waste of it. What do you keep making?
They did it to make it so there's no, like, you don't need to have staff.
Well, what those drones you want about, like?
No, it's like automated. Like, as soon as you go in there, as soon as you take something off, it's like a smart hotel.
Well, that could be a bad thing as well, because it's got preventing people from getting a job. Well,
it's been announced since 2016. They tried it, called Amazon Go. It's really weird.
I've never seen anything about it. Where's he gone?
Is this fucking podcast? Cunt.
I've been talking about this for an hour. Fucking hell. If he said something really bad now, he wouldn't be able to find the time, and he wouldn't cut it out because he's that lazy.
I
other people to do shit.
Bill Gates as well.
Right.
He only owns 1% of Microsoft anymore.
Yeah, because it's all sold off to a load of different third parties.
He sold it all day. He only owns 1% of the shares.
Well, I mean, that's probably the reason he's got the amount of money he has now by selling it.
True. But I don't think growth is as big as it used to be anymore, obviously.
No, but he gives a shit when you've got billions on DNA. Yeah. Well, it might mean something to him, but I like Mark Zuckerberg as well. It's like all of them.
He's given 65 billion to charity.
65 billion?
Bill Gates is the highest amount given to charity, 65 billion a month.
Does it say what charities?
Don't know.
Because there'll be a catch to that. Like if yes, that's really good. But there'll be some sort of catch.
It's also his company.
What is?
Like he's investing into a business, but it's his business.
Oh, right.
Charity.
Well, that's his money.
Still on about the Amazon guy?
No.
He only has 1% of shares.
Wait, what?
He sold it all. He's a member of the board, and he only has 1% of the shares.
What, of Microsoft?
Yeah.
Really? Is
Yeah.
that him being generous to like people, or?
No, that's him getting more money by selling his
Oh
company.
yeah, I guess yeah.
And I'm pretty sure he did. He stepped down like a while ago. Like I'd say about 5-10 years ago, he stepped down.
But, you can retire. You could retire after the.
Fair play.
You could retire at age.
Who knows? We'll all be billionaires one day.
Yeah.
Anyway,
What else?
I do think that's a good time to end. We have
Anyway,
been going an hour.
no.
Tom, you can come on the podcast again, Tom. It's fine. Guys, I thank you for watching. If you've watched this far, I would be very surprised.
If you watch this far, you get a £20 Amazon
No, you
gift.
don't. No, you don't. You don't. That's not a thing. But anyway, I thank you all for watching. This has been the BPG Podcast Episode 2. That has been Space Sex, and that has been Saints is Slaying, also known as Michael and Tom. Thank them both for coming on. I thank you all for watching.
Nigel.
And I will catch you later. Bye-bye!